Hi guys, my name's Leslie Riddle and I'm the instructor for BIO212. Just wanted to make a quick intro video so that you could put a face with a name and that way you're not wondering who your instructor is. I normally have my dogs in my lap. I'm in my office, so you get this little cute face and there's a couple others hanging around, so if they pop in and out or make noise, I'm sorry. But we live in a very puppy-friendly household here, so lots of dogs running around. So just to go through some housekeeping, wanted to give you guys sort of a brief overview, the same things you can read in a syllabus, but really just word of mouth so that you're hearing it from my mouth as well as reading it in the syllabus. So first of all, a little bit about me. I am a pharmacist at St. Peter's Hospital. I work in the emergency department. I work anywhere from 7:30 to 4 or 2:30 to 11 p.m. And my primary job there is to assist physicians and nurse practitioners and physician's assistants in making medical therapy decisions. So maybe they have a question on antibiotics for an infection, or maybe they need some recommendations for sedating a patient. Anything and everything that they might use drugs for, I can recommend or help them figure out dosages or what drug they want to use, or weird unknown uses of drugs. So quite an interesting job, never a dull moment. I do get to sit in on a lot of cool procedures and code blues, and I really love my job. I've been doing this for about a year and a half, and prior to that I was in the IV room compounding medications, as well as in the OR satellite supplying the operating rooms and ICUs with the meds they needed. Way long time ago. Before that, I was a pharmacist at Walgreens for about 3 years. I just decided that I didn't love retail anymore and I wanted to be in a hospital setting, so I came back to Albany, New York and started at St. Peter's. I've been teaching this course probably for at least 2 or 3 years now, if not longer. And it's been in this book particularly for at least a year now, so pretty familiar with the book, the ins and outs, all the answers to the homeworks. If you guys have any questions at all, I would be more than happy to help you out. I always answer my email within 24 hours on weekdays and 48 hours on weekends, although you'll find me checking my email multiple times per day, and if I'm sitting right there and I get an email from you, I might email you right back. I do not check messages on Moodle very often, so please make sure you email me. So a brief overview of the course: administration, basic info. We are going to be looking at a very basic overview of pharmacology, how to administer drugs, where drugs come from, a little bit of pharmacy math, some of the laws that built pharmacy up from being not controlled at all to being really well regulated and monitored, and many other things. We're not going to dive into individual meds specifically or classes of medications. Again, this is a broad overview and meant to get you familiar with how to find information about a drug. So online classes, in my opinion, are awesome. I am sitting here in my work sweatshirt and my jammies, and it's 8:58 at night, and my hair looks like this, and I can show up to class and be a part of a discussion forum, or I can do reading, or I can submit an assignment. You don't have to be anywhere special or be on time even. You just have to submit by a certain time. So what that means for you is that you kind of have to be self-motivated and remind yourself to do your work. I'll always remind you of the deadlines at the beginning of the week, but it's up to you to get that work done. You have a full 7 days to do it, so there are no excuses for my computer wasn't working or I just didn't have time. Get your work done early. The more you discuss in the forums early on during the week, the better discussion will be, because people aren't waiting till the last minute. And if you have any problems, that way when you run into technical problems, you can talk to me and we can work things out and you can get your computer fixed before Sunday night at midnight. Weeks always run from Monday morning, well, technically Sunday at midnight, till the next Sunday. So week starts on Monday, ends on a Sunday. So this class only uses Moodle. We were using MindTap, and you will hear MindTap in some of the videos. I haven't had a chance to re-record all of my weekly lectures yet. We do not use MindTap anymore, and there is no extra credit, so keep that in mind. Everything is here on Moodle. Tests, homework assignments, forum discussions, anything you could need is going to be on Moodle. Moodle's pretty easy to move around in. I like it. It's very user-friendly. So if you're not familiar with it, just start clicking through the weeks and see what's going to be due each week. Usually it'll follow the same structure. It'll be a weekly discussion forum, which has a minimum of 250 words for an original post and a 100-word reply twice to two of your classmates. So 250-word post, reply to one student, reply to another student. Each of those must be at least 100 words. You'll also have a weekly assignment, a homework assignment, which will usually be anywhere from like 7 to 10 questions, and it'll be right out of the reading. So always make sure you've got your book handy to answer your homework questions. And last but not least, in weeks 4, 6, 7, and 8, we'll have tests. 4 will be chapter 30, 6 will be chapter 31, 7 will be chapter 32, and 8 will be the cumulative final. Last but not least, you'll have a drug information project, and the instructions for that can be found in week 7, and that is due no later than the end of week 7, if not week 8. I like to give students a little extra time, but really that extra week moving into week 8 for the drug information project is strictly for resubmissions if you didn't get it right the first time. The instructions for that are in week 7, and if you have any questions, please let me know ahead of time. So, forum discussions. Let's talk a little bit about being a purposeful forum participator. What I want you to do is put your best foot forward. If you see something you don't agree with, say why you don't agree and why you think it's important to voice your opinion. If you see something you agree with, support it. Don't just say, I agree with that, I think you have good ideas. Why are they good? Expand on it, develop it. And above all, be kind to your classmates. We're all here to learn from each other, we're all here to grow, and we don't want to make each other feel badly, okay? So, late policies, I think I touched on this a little earlier. Late work is accepted for homeworks and tests. For forums, late works are never accepted. This is your weekly participation. This is how I know you're showing up and doing the work, and I do not accept late forums. That is a school policy. For homeworks, it is a 5-point per day penalty. So if the assignment is worth 100 and you turn it in on Monday after it's due, it'll be 95. If you turn it in on Tuesday, it'll be 90. If you turn it on Wednesday, it'll be an 85%, and so on and so forth. So don't wait too long, otherwise at some point you start to move down into the 40s and the 30s and the 20s. Let's talk a little bit about late on tests. You do need to have either a note from a doctor or a verifiable reason as to why you missed the test so I can open it back up for you. So starting in week 1, we'll be doing a week 1 assignment in the homework, and there's an assigned reading to go with that homework. We'll be doing an introduction form where you tell me a little bit about yourself, and I have posted my own form so you can get to know me a little better. And I think a syllabus quiz that will last for the first 2 weeks, just to get you familiar with the syllabus quiz, or the syllabus. It'll be graded as a homework assignment, and you will have 2 weeks to complete it. So you'll have to the end of the week of week 2 to complete the syllabus quiz from week 1. Let's see. Plagiarism or copying off of your friend, neighbor, sibling, I don't care how you are related to them, but do not copy off other people. I do pick up on it. I have a photographic memory. I can't help it. It's part of my job. I am supposed to recognize when something doesn't look right. That is what I am trained to do. So inevitably, I won't catch 100% of them, but inevitably, I will catch about 80%. I do notice if your homeworks are identical, and I do notice especially if you have the same last name, or if there's just something funky about it. So when you do identical homeworks, unless the person you are working with, copying off of, or sharing answers with is perfect on every single point in turn, you will not get 100%. Imagine what you could do on your own if you looked it up, understood the work, and put in the effort, and got your own really good grade. If you rely on someone else to do your work and they do poorly, you do poorly. So do your own work, turn in your own stuff, and it will all go very well. I promise. This course is not meant to be tricky or super hard. Math part is definitely a little bit hard, but overall it's not meant to trip you up or be the defining moment where you drop out of school. But above all, do your own unique original work, because you're going to have to do that once you get out into the field anyway. There's no copying off people once you become a medical professional. Last but not least, help on campus. If you live in Albany, I am certainly available to come to the Albany campus either after hours, after like business hours, or if I'm working late, I can stop by the school in the morning. We just have to set that up on a one case-by-case basis. If you live in New York City, there are tutors on the Metro campus that can help you. I highly recommend this for the math section. Everyone seems to struggle with it, and I can understand why. We haven't maybe seen algebra since 9th or 10th grade. So get help early. Ask for extra problems to work on. Do the same problems over and over again until you're comfortable with them, whatever it takes to get you through that. Other than that, it's mostly just reading, understanding, and memorizing outside of the math portion. I think this course is a lot of fun. It's things you might not have seen yet, things you might be doing in your future career, and really need to get a handle on before you move forward. If you have any questions, always email me. I am always available by email. I have it on my phone. I can check it throughout the day and get back to you as soon as I can. You'll see me around the forum discussions. I try to reply to at least a few students every week, and feel free to reply to me too. Grades are always posted by Tuesday after the week is over. I try to do them on Monday, but life is very busy. I usually try to set aside some time at work on Monday nights to do them, and unfortunately I cannot predict when the emergencies will come rolling in. So if they're not done Monday, they will be done by Tuesday night. I hope you guys have a great first week. I'm always here if you need me, and I'll talk to you on the forum discussion soon. Take care, guys.